What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? You are watching Union Minded. I am your host, Eric, and today we are going to dive right back into the Constitution because I feel like it is a fundamental principle that we as union members, IBEW members, we must know and be well versed in the documents that govern our union, our local union. There is a document that is structured, and it is the document that provides the guidelines for how local unions are to operate, and it is called the IBEW Constitution. This is the latest and greatest as amended at the 40th IBEW Constitution in Chicago, Illinois, May of 2022. Now we're going to start right at the beginning because I think it's very important to jump into the declaration of the IBEW. Now, for those of you who are IBEW members, you need to go to your local union and get yourself a copy of the Constitution, your local union's bylaws, and your inside wireman agreement. These three documents combined govern your work life and your union life. This right here is our Bible for dealing with our local union. Our local union has rules that it has to follow, and it is found in this Constitution. When you are aggrieved at work, there are mechanisms for filing grievances, and they're found in your Constitution. You have bylaws that are structured around your particular local union. They're going to guide you through your life, your work life. So your Constitution, your bylaws, and your inside wireman agreement are all very important. Let's start with the declaration because I feel it's critical to understand the organization that we are a part of and what it is that this organization declares to be true about itself. All right. Our cause is the cause of human justice, human rights, and human security. Those are three very important things, and they're very, very broad. Human justice, human rights, human security. These things can go hand in hand with labor rights. It's the same thing. We refuse and will always refuse to condone or tolerate dictatorship or oppression of any kind. We will find and expel from our midst any who might attempt to destroy by subversion all that we stand for. The Brotherhood will continue to oppose communism, Nazism, racism, sexism, fascism, or any other subversive ism. Notice racism is in there. So if you see racism at work, understand that those folks that are displaying that racist behavior, they are behaving counter to what we profess to be all about. And they should be challenged on that. We will support our God, our nations, and our union. It's very simple, straightforward declaration of the IBEW. I think it's very beautiful, those words, and I think we should try to live up to them. Second page I want you to understand about is the objects of the IBEW. Now, what are objects? Those are goals. So what are the goals of the IBEW? Well, let's look at it because they're stated in your Constitution. Okay? Objects of the IBEW. To organize all workers in the entire electrical industry in the United States and Canada, including all those in public utilities and electrical manufacturing, into local unions. It doesn't say to organize some workers. It says to organize all workers in the electrical trade. To promote reasonable methods of work. To cultivate feelings of friendship among those in our industry. To settle all disputes between employers and employees by arbitration if possible. To assist each other in sickness or distress, to secure employment, to reduce the hours of daily labor, not to increase them to ungodly amounts of overtime, but to reduce the hours of daily labor, to secure adequate pay for our work. If you're underpaid, you're not securing adequate pay for your work. We need adequate pay for the work that we do. We do a very important service. People get rich off of the work that we do. We need to be fairly compensated for that. To seek a higher and higher standard of living. How do you do that? By adequate pay for your work, good conditions at work. This is how you do that. To seek security for the individual and by legal and proper means to elevate the moral, intellectual, and social conditions of our members, their families, and dependents in the interest of a higher standard of citizenship. All very noble objects that we should all try to live up to. Now, I want to send you to Article 16 because Article 16 is important. It is the article that describes the officers of a local union and their role. And we're going to start with Article 16, Section 2. Because what I feel like is the most important is that we start from the top and work our way down. Okay? So we're going to start at the top. Section 2. Local unions requiring a local business representative or representatives shall elect one person to be known as the business manager. The business manager shall appoint any and all other representatives or assistants. These shall work directly under the business manager and be subject to the business manager's authority. The business manager may discharge them at any time. And when a representative or assistant is discharged by the business manager, they shall not be reemployed or paid by the local union in any capacity during the term of office of such business manager without such business manager's consent. However, this does not disqualify any discharged assistant or representative from running for office at the next election. The business manager shall be the principal officer of the local union, and all other local union officers shall cooperate with the business manager and shall not work in conflict with the business manager. That lets you know right off the rip that if you have a business manager in your local union, they are the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega for how your local union operates. They are to be held responsible for your local union's operation. Your local union, if you have a contractor's local union, I blame it on the membership because the membership is apathetic and they allow for these things to happen. But that apathy does not excuse a business manager that allows for contractors to dominate a local union. So if you have a contractor's local, you know where to start looking. Now let's look at the role of the business manager because it's important. We just looked at just what the principal officer is. Let's look at what their duties are because that's important too. Now, Article 17 covers the duties of local union officers. That's Article 17. And if you go to Section 8, you'll find the business manager, where a local union has one. The business manager shall be the principal officer of the local union and shall be held responsible to the local union and to the international president for results in organizing their jurisdiction, for establishing friendly relations with employers, and for protecting the jurisdiction of the IBEW. It shall be the business manager's responsibility to keep accurate statistics or to see that such statistics as required by the international president are kept, and shall cooperate fully with the research department of the IBEW. The business manager or their designee shall serve as a permanent member of the negotiating committee and serve as a trustee on all trust funds of the local union provided for in the collective bargaining agreements. The business manager shall attend all meetings of the local union executive board and have a voice but no vote. The business manager shall have such authority and perform such other duties as are provided in this Constitution or may be provided for in the local union bylaws. So as you can see here, it says it straight plainly. The business manager is the principal officer. That means the top dog, the ace, the engineer of the train, the top of the pyramid. The buck stops here. Yeah, that's at the business manager's feet. The business manager is responsible for organizing the jurisdiction. It's their responsibility to organize all electrical workers by the means that they see fit. That means hiring organizers and agents to go out there and do the groundwork to get all of this organizing done. Where you have a business manager in your local union, he, she, they is the officer that is responsible for what your local union is. But understand one thing that I need you to know. The ultimate authority in every local union, in every union period, is the membership. It is by the membership's approval or disapproval that things get done or they don't get done. By the membership's involvement or disinvolvement is how they either get done or they don't get done or things are permitted to go sliding by. It is on us to stay involved and activated and educated so that we know what we're doing and we demand proper representation at our local unions. That's all I got for you. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember, the fight's not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one, teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I, front and center. Let's go.